Oh, here we go. This is 2014. We're getting closer and closer to the end. All right.
Okay, on New Year's Eve, we had dinner at 5 p.m. at Demos's, New Year's Eve, and watched a late night quartet, and you were sleeping
I
through
don't know
it.
what a late night quartet is.
That's the name of a movie.
Okay.
Okay, and then on the 5th, we had
January, we had our Christmas for some reason with Jason because he probably went to his mother's or something.
Jason, Tammy, Kane, and Brad in for Christmas. Nice time.
Okay.
We had a roast.
Oh, had a roast. January 5th,
Okay.
2014.
January 11th, Mom was sick with bronchitis.
I don't know where she was at. I think she was in Carmel.
You think on the 14th?
I think so.
Mm.
John, Brad, Jason, Tammy. To Giovanni's. We went to Giovanni's. Where is that?
Is that down further? There was one little place down further on Broadway that we went a couple times. It was really expensive. We had a good time, and it cost $500 for dinner back in 2014.
Whoa. I think I'd remember that better.
I think I know. I don't know whether it's still there or not. Okay, on the 20th, I got Brad a little more focused and working better with John. Watching Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire. I remember that. That was a good show. That was worked several hours.
I worked several hours in 3 times and home at 1:30 a.m.
Oh boy.
It's Saturday call.
They like that. Not very well.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your writing there? What's it say?
Okay, Brad. Okay, we're into still last week of January, 1st of February. Brad's sick most of the week with the flu. I trying to work out plans with Dana regarding his trip to Florida and Mom. I guess she was here probably. Left early, returned for call, and went in for an employee forum. Working a lot.
February 5th.
Feeling better. Well, about me here.
John to Jim's. 2014. That was a period I was going to Jim's a lot.
Why do I have John returning with Mom?
I may have picked her up on the way back from Jim's. That could very well be.
Oh, she was in Indianapolis at that point.
Carmel, yeah.
Yeah, that would have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cooking, staying home, watching TV, all good. Okay. Then the 10th, Dad's birthday, working. I don't know.
He would have been past at this time.
Okay, I just put down that his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I took a day of PTO.
Can you scoot back so I can read that a little bit?
Sorry. Trip to Brad's, briefing Mom on living down here. Okay, so she was still in Carmel.
Mm-hmm.
Working, Brad staying at home with Mom. Off to Franklin, John, Mom, me, and Brad. Okay, so we were up there, I guess. Lunch downtown to Carrington Place.
We took her to one time to see the Carrington Place, which is a assisted living place uptown here in Hendersonville. She didn't like it.
Okay, tulips from John for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Me out for call. Good visit. Meeting Dana at Frisch's at 11 a.m.
Taking her up north again.
I guess.
February 17th.
John obsessed with remodeling.
We were remodeling the house at that time. I'll have to figure out what point we were in the 2014 on the house, but go ahead.
I got on the 20th of February. We celebrated Jason's birthday at the Chop House with Jason, Tammy, Kane, John, Brad, and I. $300.
That's cheap.
That was cheap for this one. Shop House.
For that many people. Yeah.
Data. Okay. John to Tuscaloosa.
That's about now 2014. I've been going to every year to Tuscaloosa for the Alabama Vegetation Management meeting. Always had a good time there. Always saw a lot of my buddies, chemical buddies and stuff, but I hardly ever made a sale based on going to that show. Okay. So I quit eventually.
I went to TPAC. I saw Beth, Janice, and we saw Ghost, and it was okay. Nasty rain that evening.
March? Yeah, ran off whatever.
Okay, Brad wasn't. Okay, what's
There's
this?
a whole bunch of stuff. What else going on there?
In March, goodness gracious, this is a lot of work stuff. Just like having issues with Brad. Mike Foley in dinner at the Red Robin.
I remember that
I
specifically.
do remember that too.
Because we usually took him to Chop House. Usually took him to a fancier place, but we went to Red Robin. We had a good time. Yeah.
I got catching up on stuff. Josh's mortar screwed up on house. Big headache.
Oh, that's when we were doing the outside of the house, and Josh was doing it, and he put we're gonna get this tinge and so on and so forth. Well, he put it on, it looked terrible, but he came back and painted it, and that's the way it is today. So the first coat of that mortar that looked terrible was okay because it made a good base for the paint that we've got on it today, and now it looks good today. So.
Okay, I got a complimentary on evaluation, so that was nice. Making plans for Gulf Shores.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to Gulf Shores in March.
John driving me crazy with renovations.
Yeah.
Need to give it up.
So you were working a lot, and I was trying to do the house pretty well with myself because you'd be at work all day, and then people would ask me, "What do you want here? And that's how you got this yellow room."
Yellow room needs to be painted.
All right. Anyway.
I got Mike in.
Mike Davis, maybe.
Brad helped with $7,000 sale. John giving me $4,000.
That don't make sense. I don't know whether it be chemicals or whether it wasn't furniture in 2014. It had to be chemicals, I guess. I don't know what that was. Every now and then he hit a lick.
Talking with Arlene regarding a trip to Indy. Here we went to Indianapolis. Lunch at Jonathan's Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner, Donatello. Good Italian. Dana, Sarah, Mom, Brad, and I. Okay, you were gone.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Brad.
Lorinda. This is Lorinda.
Looks like I kind of did don't know what this was. Meeting Arlene at Applebee's. I remember doing that. This was in 2000, probably last time I saw her.
2014.
Mm-hmm.
What month are we in here? This March?
March. That's part of March.
What else you got in there?
Me meeting Arlene. Strange to me mentioning Tom's. That doesn't make sense. Tom's real father, her grandson. I don't know what all that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Skip page here. Such a hard time finding match. Paint job on house.
Looking good. That's it outside.
Yeah, that's when we painted it out there. Mm-hmm. Jason, John, and I to Midtown. I don't know. First Jersey Boys at Skimmerhorn. Shimmerhorn. Apparently, we took Janice and went to
I
see the
remember.
Jersey Boys.
I think I remember the Jersey Boys.
Okay.
Seemed like we had salt in there and Vegas. Seems like.
Tire on Cadillac incident. Does that make any sense to you?
Depends. One time Brad had an incident with a tire. Drove it flat for about 5-10 miles. But I don't know. It was on the 2006 Cadillac or where we're at on cars.
I remember this. The 8th of April is Mom and Dad's wedding anniversary. Okay. Well, this was when on the 12th of April, Dana's granddaughters Izzy and Lucy got overdosed on, took Allison's antidepressant, had to go to the hospital, but everything turned out okay.
This is up in Carmel or up in Noblesville.
Meeting Jason and Tammy for lunch at Charlie's on Sunday the 13th of April. All right, I got Brad doing better. That's wonderful. On April 17th. Okay. Oh, wait, we did some. Okay. John and Mike drinking. Big blow up.
Now,
Mike leaving.
Brother Mike on April 21st, or whatever that is, the 23rd, 2014. He came down for a flea market, and him and I got to drinking.
Yeah. He's fixated on Chris's suicide.
Yeah, and then we were talking. I was popped, and he was real popped, and he got mad at me, and he wanted to leave, and I tried to hold him down and make him quit, not leave, and he started flinging his fist at me and hit me on the head, top of the head. But anyway, then he jumps in his truck, and he's got his trailer full of furniture. Goes to downtown Nashville, somehow parks that rig somehow, and hurts his ankle, breaks it actually, on the curb outside. They got tossed out of Tootsie's and broke his ankle on the curb, somehow got back to his truck a block or two away, popped as can be, and worst he's ever been probably, or close to it, and drives to Kentucky to the
rest
stop and calls me. That's the next morning. He fell asleep in his truck there. Calls me the next morning. I said, how you doing? I said, you hit me on top of the head. I'm mad at you. Well, he says, he says, I think I hurt my foot. And I said, well, are you going to go home or what? He says, I don't think I can. So I guess I went up to the rest stop and helped pick him up or something. Or maybe he called Laura and them, and they came and got his truck. Long story short, I think he came back to the house. I don't remember the truck, so I think Laura came and got the truck. I picked him up maybe. Somehow I got back to the house, took him to the emergency room, got an x-ray. Sure enough, he had a break. They put him on one of those shoes, and he went home, and 6 months later, he's all right. But what a fiasco. Yeah, okay. That's it.
Went to TPAC for the pre-show on the 24th of April. Had dinner at the Wild Cow. That's a vegetarian restaurant because I was with Janice and Sheila. Oh, stuff moved. Laura, somebody, and Madeline in.
Down here?
All went to the Rudder.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, they came down to pick up Mike and maybe the truck and trailer. They came down here maybe because Mike had stayed a few days. They came down. We all went out to eat. I guess we went on a boat ride probably over to the Rudder, or we drove over there. I'm not sure which, but I got pictures of us all sitting around the Rudder, and Anyway.
And we must have built the garage because I got garage finished except for drywall.
Yeah. About that time in 2014 when the garage got finished. That's interesting. That means the driveway's in, and I guess no, the driveway came after the garage. So Okay.
Okay, I've got, I don't know, framing starting on bedroom. So I
Okay.
guess see, they were coming out and
They're
finishing
starting
the
to work
bedroom.
back here in the on our bedroom, which used to be the carport. Yeah.
Looks like we took everybody to Red Lobster. Oh, goodness.
See, I remember just a note on that framing. John was slow. John Abraham, my carpenter. You know, it took forever. But he hired this guy who was one of his singer buddies. This was a young guy, and this guy was, and John didn't want to get up on the roof. He was starting to get, you know, he's 6 years ago, so he's still working, but he didn't want to get on the roof and do that kind of framing. So he hired this friend of his, and the guy got up there and got the job done. But he was a party boy too, and he was a singer and a party boy. And I mean, a couple of the stories that I think he told, he was out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, partying up a storm, and then he come to our place about 9, 10 o'clock and frame the house. He did get it done. I don't think he heard anything, but John had a conniption, my main carpenter, a couple times trying to keep track of his boys.
Okay, on the 8th of May, I met Mom and Andrea for lunch at La Rosa and took a drive to Bright to the graveyard there because they were burying Aunt Ethel. Saw gravesites, drive to Harrison.
Aunt Ethel, what month is this?
May. I saw a lot of my relatives. I've got Teresa. Everybody was in for the funeral, which I just happened to end up at. Short visit with Betty, as usual, talking about herself. Not who Betty was. Stopped by Bob and Betty. It's okay, they were our old neighbors. Back to Lawrenceburg, we stayed at the Holiday Inn, and this was the time that I met some of my friends I hadn't seen in a long time at Whiskey's in Lawrenceburg. 2-hour visit with Teresa and her daughter, Kate, sister Molly. I know these kids' names now. Returned to a hotel room and Carolyn there. Anyway, that was a real nice visit. We went to Gulf Shores, I guess, after that.
Really?
Yeah, we went to Gulf Shores. This is May 12th through the 18th.
2014. Okay.
All right.
We probably at the house, one of the houses that we rented.
Chairs at Beach.
Had the
Ocean
dogs
Rough.
probably. Who was with us? Say.
I don't know. We'll have to turn to the page. We ate at Acme Lobster, Oyster. We had a great beach location, but the baby did well there.
Oh, we had baby with us.
Yeah. Banana Foster's pancakes. Okay, we came home. Right.
Probably when we had baby at one of those houses, and eventually those houses on Gulf Shore quit taking dogs, especially our dog, because they said something about baby sleeping on the bed.
I must have been kind of ill. It looks like I had bowel problems. Lots of road work on drive to meet Andrea at Louisville, and I was irritated that Mom wouldn't stay another week.
So your mom was with us and stuff.
Okay.
She's ready to get back to her place in Coloma.
Yeah. Okay. Got a bunch of doctoring and dentistry stuff. Anyway, don't see anything. Looks like maybe a CT scan. Oh, that's when I had. Was that when I went in early that morning and had that? No, I don't know what this is. Bunch of doctoring. All right, let's go on to this is June. I got Brad to nurse practitioner for he had some Silvadine. Anyway, it's
So
great.
what on the list is,
It says nasty reaction, antibiotics, and steroids. He had some kind of incident.
I don't know which one that is. One time he fell off that scooter and hurt his hand pretty bad.
I don't think it had anything to do with his guts.
Okay.
Brad to Warhorse with me, Hermitage, before only able to get. Okay, Brad went with me to see Warhorse.
Or what was Warhorse?
Okay, that makes sense. That was a show.
Right.
It's either a movie or something. Anyway, okay, here we go. Here's something with DuPont. DuPont and John with DuPont Group could have gone to dinner at Watermark. I was just too tired.
Okay, I think that's the time that all of them, we had a TVMA meeting, and I invited them all out, the board, well, not the whole board, but the DuPont people mainly, and Mike Foley and people like that. Came out here to the house, we had some drinks. I think we got on the boat and went to the Rudders probably, and came back and sat out here in the gazebo. The house wasn't quite finished yet, this room wasn't done, but had a great time and enjoyed having them.
Okay, I've got on the 19th of June, John went to Lake Wawasee.
Yeah.
And Brad and I went to Buco de Beppo. I know where that is. That was south. That's down there south of town. Is that restaurant? I don't know if they're still there or not. Italian restaurant down at the mall down there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, good restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Good
I
Italian.
don't know whether it's still there or not. Okay, here's when engine blown red caddy.
All right. Yeah, we blew a lot of engines back in those days. I guess the 2006 Caddy, that's what happened to it. I guess. I don't remember the details. Yeah.
Okay.
Brad. I don't know if he's in his office or not. See if he remembers that sometime.
Oh, I've got down here Tom's terrible accident. Somewhat, I don't remember.
Oh, he had an accident. Remember, a trailer fell on him or something.
Yeah,
We thought he might lose it, but he came back.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. Pals and computer. Okay, I had an upper and lower. It's kind of. This was in
All right.
2014.
Shirley's upper and lower in
Okay.
2014.
No polyps in my stomach, but I had an ulcer. Can't imagine why.
That's what I had. So that might have been when you were taking that NSAID thing. It might have given you an ulcer, and then we've quit in the last couple of years taking that. And I had to quit mine just the last few months. So those NSAIDs were good for, well, they helped. They weren't great for arthritis type pain, but now we can't take them because they give us ulcers.
We had a meal at Giovanni's. Isn't that downtown? It used to be down there right by, was that the one that was right by Vanderbilt there on that corner?
I get it mixed up with
I don't know.
a couple places. We'll have to look it up.
I've got the group on the pontoon boat to Rudder.
What group?
I don't know.
We got lots of groups, so it could have been the DuPont group, but most likely it was maybe Jason, Tammy, and all.
Family reunion. I guess I don't know who was here. Dinner O'Charlie's and big money spent.
Family reunion. I bet it was Dana in your group or something. I don't know. Who knows? Could have been. I don't know. She didn't write it down. 2014.
Okay, it looks like in July, the 15th, Jason, Tammy, Terry.
I've been none. Terry.
Jason, Tammy.
We don't have a Terry.
Terry and Kane. Maybe he had a little friend. Glenn, Hannah, Jeffrey, and I. All to Gulf Shores for 7 days.
We didn't go with them. They must have went on their own. That's probably what they did, probably.
Okay, maybe that's it.
They went to Gulf Shores.
Oh yeah, that's probably that trip that they took. And I've got nice. I'm just glad everybody's gone. Okay, on the 20th July meeting, Sarah and Dana to pick up Mom. We went to lunch at the Brown Hotel. Had a hot brown sandwich and derby pie.
Oh, was I there?
I don't have any.
It doesn't say,
indication.
but I kind of think I was, or at least I've been to the Brown Hotel and had a brown derby, whatever it is. It's mashed potatoes and roast beef and white bread. I think it's good.
Okay, and then we went to the Lotz house in Franklin on the 23rd of July and had lunch at Dotsum's. Dotsums.
I have no idea. And this is after furniture, so it's different to go to Franklin at that point in time, but that's all right.
I got 24th Mike in the flea market, I guess, and he was staying at Jason's.
I wonder why.
I did my check off on Pals, breakfast IHOP. Then I was meeting
I just
Andrea
feel a bit mad at me.
Huh?
Mike could have been mad at me from our thing 4 months earlier. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Meeting Andrea at Frisch's, nasty fuss with John on drive back. All of Tammy's family on vacation trip. Tammy has only worked one job this time. All this time.
That's when Shirley getting excited about Tammy. Yeah.
You must have gotten mad because you wanted a divorce.
Good God. Yeah, I might have got mad. You were really on that case. It irritated me there for a while, but it's all right.
I couldn't stand Tammy. She was a freak.
Yeah, she was. She ended up being that way. But at the time, we were family. We were trying to
He was just
keep things
sticking
together.
up for her. Okay, I got John quiet. Let's see. To Brentwood Country Club with Brad and John for annuity seminar. I remember we went to that.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know what the annuity was or what, but somebody special put it on. They wrote a book, but all it was some guy selling annuities. I don't know whether we bought it. I don't. Whether that's one of the annuities. It might be one of the annuities we own today. I don't know. But anyway, I do remember it.
Let's move on. We're
We
still in the summer.
we're
John and I talking about Tammy and Nerthy's school regarding the link. And you gave Jason 50.
Trying to move through that. I'm
And
trying
you gave Jason $5,200.
I don't know.
Okay, fun with Mom regarding move to Bright to live with Sally Cox. She must have had a wild idea about doing something, and I must not have gone along with it. Okay. Let's see. Confusion on Brad going to meet his dad and stay at Dale Hollow. Brad wants to drive.
Can't remember him meeting him a couple times there, and he was not in good shape, and that's what started things off with him and his dad.
Okay, Dr. Arnie died 14th of August.
2014.
Yeah.
What was it, cancer? I think. I forget what he died from. He was a fairly young guy. 15 years younger than you and I, probably. What else?
Nice boat ride with John and Mike. Dinner Sam's. Lunch chili with Brad. Glennon. Working on Brad's.
Glenn is one of Brad's other friends that hung out with him. We always thought he was doing good by Brad, and he probably was, but it didn't work.
Electric screwed up to garage.
Our garage or his?
I guess John's work. I don't know. Bunch of gibberish. John and I had a pharmacy burger on the 28th of August.
I remember that. That was down in East Nashville. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was when East Nashville first kicked off and got going, and it was an outdoor thing. I mean, they had an indoor part of the restaurant, but we ate in their outdoor area, and it was really cool. I mean, Pharmacy Restaurant. I mean, it's just a cool name.
Okay, for some reason,
Probably an old pharmacy at one time.
Tom was sticking his nose into Brad's business, but really,
Let's move through that.
okay. Tammy agreeing to go to hospital with me. She's down 10 pounds and had her hair and nails done. I was getting kind of suspicious she was running around.
You were getting tired of her.
Yeah.
They split up in 16, so this is 2 years before they split up. Okay, what else?
Okay, we were having some issues with a major fallout. Tom was causing issues here. Brad was kind of a mess, so I don't know. Okay, he must be spending money on Dallas here. This probably was not
We're
a good
into
year.
Dallas. Did you say Dallas?
Yeah, I saw something
All
about
right.
Dallas. Yeah.
All right. Well, then that tells us when he was going with her.
Yeah.
So this was in what month of 14?
September.
September of 14. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I had an upper, and my ulcer was healed. That's amazing with all
Really?
this other stuff.
I kind of wonder. I thought your ulcer got healed. I wonder if mine will heal sometime. I don't think you've got an ulcer now. I don't think.
No, I don't. I've got down here a room very yellow. I'm sure it's this room.
This room here.
I
yeah,
bet so.
They painted
They
it when
must have
she
been.
was at work, and the paint the sample they showed us was not this yellow, but it turned out yellow, and Shirley was not happy.
Yeah.
Still not happy.
Tammy moving out.
Ooh, this is in
September of
14.
2014.
See, I mean, they didn't actually divorce till 16, but she started acting up in 14. That's interesting.
And Brad was going to the psych doctor, and Tom was trying to call me at work.
Hmm.
This is a pretty miserable year when it comes to all that. Tammy moved back in by Jason, John, and Brad. Okay, and I was, like I said, drama with Dallas. That's no wonder I had to keep my
Sanity
mind.
at this point in time. Yeah.
I've got Metocorette antidepressant ordered.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. So,
Mom continuing to going
what does that
places
say?
with Pat.
John drinking and
Argumentative.
I probably had to just to make it.
Yeah, this was not an easy year.